Hey YouTube, I'm Jess. Welcome to a new video. I posted this look on my Instagram a couple of weeks ago and I had a request from one of you guys to do a tutorial for it on my YouTube channel. So that's what I'm gonna do for you guys today. I'm gonna walk you through all of my decision making behind the look and show you how you can achieve the same thing at home. So if you're interested in checking that out, then just keep watching the video. Okay, so when I'm doing makeup on clients, I always, no matter what, prep the skin by cleansing it first with some micellar water and then going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream Moisturizer. So I had clean skin today and then went in with my skincare. Once I have the skincare on and soaking into the client's skin, I will then go ahead and move over to the eyes. So I always start with eyes when I do a client's makeup because in case there's any fallout underneath their eyes, then I can easily clean it up. And yeah, it just keeps everything looking really neat and fresh. I find fallout is a little bit easier to happen when I'm doing on makeup on other people than when I'm doing it on myself. Just means I have to be less careful basically as I'm doing their eye makeup. So I'm gonna start with the eyes. I always prime the lids. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. The primer that I'm using in my kit right now is the Rare Beauty one. The goal for this look was really natural glam. I was working for a hairstylist, a hairdresser who was doing a masterclass, and the hairdresser wanted to have before and after pictures of the hair that she was doing. So she took her before picture, and then for the after picture she wanted the model to have her makeup done. Focus was really on the hair and not on the makeup, and it wasn't for any type of special event or anything, so we just wanted really natural, really pretty glam that just really enhanced the model's features. Whenever I'm going for really simple, soft, natural glam, I will often opt for the Charlotte Tilbury Golden Goddess palette. So in here we have really nice kind of warm golden tones. The enhanced shade right here is more on the cool tone side, so it really helps balance everything out. For a ton of the looks in my kit, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize cream shadows as bases, but that really intensifies the eyeshadows, it intensifies the eye look. So because we were going for super soft, I just went right in with the eyeshadows with no base underneath besides the eyeshadow primer. And the eyeshadow look was super simple, you guys. So I'm gonna start with shade number 1 in the palette here. This is the prime shade. It's a really pretty golden toned creamy white color. This one is gonna go all the way across the lid, right up through the crease and up underneath the brow bone. Next, I'm gonna move into this shade right here. So it is a little bit more on the cool tone side, and it's not completely matte. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, but nothing sparkly or glittery. And I started to create a little V on the outer corner of her eye. So from the outer corner, I come out and then bring it back in and kind of intercept with the crease. And I just kind of repeat that blending motion a few times. And then fill in that little space right on the very outer corner here with whatever's left on my brush. This is the type of brush that I've been using so far for both shadows. It's like a flat paddle brush, Sigma E25. It's very similar to a MAC 217. So what I'm gonna do is turn the brush this way on its side like this. There's no additional product left on my brush, and I'm just gonna use that to swipe all the way to this inner corner here and just bring that kind of cooler tone, shadowy shade right into the inner corner of the look, keeping this part of the lid really nice and open, avoiding getting any of that darker tone on that inner portion of the lid. So just like so, connecting it right to this outer corner V here. And then I'm just gonna use the same brush, go into the third shade in the palette here, this kind of warmer, more chocolatey brown. I'm gonna do the little outer corner V again, but I'm keeping it closer to the lid. I'm not blowing it out as much. Just really intensifying this outer corner, really adding smoke and definition to the outer corner and trying to leave the majority of the lid in the inner corner as light and bright as possible. Okay, so that's how we're looking. Last but not least, I'm gonna take my finger into the pop shade here. You always wanna use your finger in the Charlotte Tilbury pop shades. And I'm gonna add that little bit of sparkle just right to the very center of the lid. for just a little shimmer, a little pop of something special. Okay, and then with a clean fluffy brush with nothing on it, I'm just gonna really lightly blend out the edges of that glittery shade so it's not super harsh in the center there. I'm not really trying to spread the glitter out, I just want it to soften the edges. To keep things soft, we went with brown eyeliner. I do believe I probably used my Maybelline gel liner in brown on her, so I'll go ahead and do that again right now. So no winged liner on this, just a thin brown line. Then I will curl the lashes and add a coat of black mascara. And then we'll go in with lashes. So the lashes that I use are from Rexall, they're the Kit brand. So to get this look, you're gonna want a lash, sorry, it's like so hard to show you. You're gonna want a lash like this where it flares out towards the outer corner. So it's shorter on the inner corner and then longer on the outer corner. It's gonna give that nice flared, lifted look to the outside corner of the eye. These are the exact lashes that I used on the day that I did this makeup. If you don't have access to a Rexall, this is a super popular style that many different brands have available, so it's really easy. Just look for, like I said, something natural with a clear band that flares out on the outer corner. Okay, so this is the point where I will take a little cotton pad and some micellar water and just clean up my under eye area and fix the outside edges of my eyeshadow. So just be careful when you're cleaning up your shadow here. Make sure you don't go too much at an upwards angle for this look. Sometimes if I do want a really lifted look, I will kind of bring this way, more like an upwards direction. But for this look, because we really want that smoke to come outwards, I'm just gonna kind of pull out towards my temple like this. You wanna make sure the angles on both sides are matching. Okay, so let's go in with a little foundation. The foundation that I used on her was the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. It's lightweight, it's dewy, it lets her natural skin show through. For myself today, I'm gonna use the Clé de Peau Radiant Fluid Matte Foundation. And I'm going to apply that really quickly here with a beauty blender. This one is a little bit more full coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury, but I have some breakouts and things that I would like to cover. And Alex, my model, had really nice clear skin, so the Light Wonder was perfectly fine for her. And then again, I'm just being really careful over here so that I'm not putting foundation over top of this nice little smoke on the outer corner of my eyeshadow. Next, I'll go in with some concealer. So I used the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away concealer in my kit, so that's what Alex was wearing. But today I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Self-Setting Concealer. And again, just being really careful on that outer corner. And if she had any discoloration or blemishes or anything, I would go in with concealer just over top of those areas, just to keep the skin looking really natural, but covering up anything that maybe was poking through that lightweight foundation. And then I will set the under eyes with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. So now that I've got my concealer on, I can finish up my under eyes really quickly. So to do that, I literally just take the two browns in the palette, mix them together on a pencil brush, and run them from the outer corner, connecting with that little smoked out outer V we did on top. Bring it right across to the inner corner and just kind of give it a nice little blend. And the eyeshadow is done, so easy. So to finish off the eyes, I took a nude eyeliner and just lined her waterline with that. And then added some mascara to the lower lashes. To To finish off the face, I will move on to bronzer. So when it came to the color on her face, I felt like I could add a little bit more warmth, a little bit more color because we went so neutral on the eyes. So I have an Urban Decay bronzer palette in my makeup kit that has a cooler tone bronzer and a warmer tone bronzer. Today I'm gonna use this Dior Nude Air bronzer. It's a really nice warm shade, actually really similar to the Urban Decay one that I used in my kit on Alex. And we're gonna take this right up on the temples. Just really warm up the skin and add back in some definition. And then down onto the cheeks as well, keeping it pretty high up on the cheek. I'm not really contouring with it, just bronzing, adding warmth and shape. Bring it across the nose a little bit too for kind of that summery sun-kissed look. And then under the jaw and down the neck. I wanted her brows to be really beachy and naturally, so I just went in with brow gel. I used the Glossier Boy Brow in Blonde on her. I'm gonna use the same product but a different shade through my own brows. And I just brush them upwards, straight up, to give them that nice, fluffy, natural look. All right, so again with her blush, I felt like we could add a little bit more color to her cheek just because we don't have a lot of other color going on the rest of the face. So for blush, I used a powder blush from Charlotte Tilbury in the color Ecstasy. So it's this guy right here. I really, really love this blush. Really pretty peachy pink. Adds a lot of warmth and like a summery feel into the skin. And I pop that right on the apples of the cheeks and kind of blend that back in with the bronzer. And then when I want things to look really blended and soft, then I'll take a duo fiber brush with no additional product on it and just run it over top of everything. Just to really soften everything, blend it out, blend it all together. And then for highlight, Alicia really likes quite a blinging, dramatic highlight. So I used a powder highlight on Alex, one that I have in my kit that's really blingy and quite impactful to replicate the same look today. I'm gonna use Champagne Pop by Becca and add that to the high points. So tops of my cheekbones, a little bit above the brows, then the inner corner of the eye, and under the brow. So then finally for lips, because we just want to keep everything really natural, really fresh, really soft, I skipped lip liner, skipped lipstick, and just went straight in with lip gloss. I can't remember exactly which gloss I used on her, but it was definitely sort of a peachy, pinky tone to it. So for today, I'm gonna use this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the color Blondie. Just a really nice peachy pink. And that's it, you guys. That is how I created the look on my model Alex for these photos that I posted on Instagram a couple of weeks ago. It's really easy, really natural. You don't need a ton of makeup. You don't need a lot of product to have a dramatic effect to your makeup. Natural glam can be just as pretty and just as impactful as like a super full glam makeup look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments down below. If you're not following me on my makeup Instagram yet, I am at Jess Hanky Makeup. Come follow me over there for some inspiration. If you have any other video requests, let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.